I am unable to hear anything.
Yeah. Hello. Hi everyone. Am I audible now?
Yeah, you're audible now.
Hi. Yeah. So good morning everyone. And so my name is Kumar and I'm part of Academy of Data by Recon Technologies. And we are based out of Bangalore. And people who have already visited our office, we're based out of Nagwara in Bangalore. And it is very close to Manita Tech Park. So we welcome you all. If you wanted to visit us and talk to the trainers, or you wanted to take a data counseling on your career, please feel free to come to us, and we can assist you. And today's course is more about data engineering training. So we are offering an end-to-end data engineering training. This is a certification course which we are offering, and this is one of the needed skills in the market if you wanted to get into data analytics. Data engineering is the right stream to join. And we're going to give details about data engineering in the coming slides. Now, if you wanted to reach out to us, if you wanted to get details of who we are as an organization, please feel free to go to academyofdata.in and you'll be able to get the details. And before we start, first, we would like to introduce the instructors. So for this course, so the course will be led by me, Kumar. My name is Kumar. And let me introduce myself first. I have 12 years of experience and I'm one of the enterprise data architects in some of the top companies which I worked are into banking and oil and gas. I worked for Shell for a very long time and also worked for quite for some time in Databricks in the past. And again, so we also, so as a team of the instructors whom you're seeing here in this course, we also worked on consulting and we have designed some of the data architecture solutions that are needed by the enterprise organization. And our recent work was with eBay UK, and we were able to successfully deliver a data migration solution. And the people who are going to train you are from this specific consulting project. And again, about me, I'm also a certified cloud and data engineer from Azure, Microsoft, and also Databricks. And again, these are some of the top certifications that are there in the market. And all the other trainers who are part of this training are also certified data engineers and cloud architects. And we'll be help you through your learning journey on data engineering. And again, I'll also introduce you to Venkat and Tariq. So Tariq sir is the one who will be taking care of the SQL, Python, and Databricks part. When I say Databricks, it is more about Apache Spark. We'll be giving some details of what exactly they are in the coming slides. So those are very critical as well. And Tariq will be your main point of contact for some of the core technologies. And we'll also have Venkat sir. Venkat sir will be the mentor, and he already have trained in all the 4 batches he's involved. And he already have done an end-to-end training and is a certified data engineering professional as well. So this is all about us. And let me get you to the introduction of the course and what we are actually planning for you. So the course you'll learn, you're going to explore Azure Cloud. So we are going to work on AZ900 specific course content, of course, and beyond. Okay. So when I say beyond, so the certification courses that generally comes with Microsoft, they were very good. You go into details. But when it comes to practical knowledge, we have to improve a lot. So we'll be working on some real-time practical use cases with respect to networking, storage, and then virtual machine creations, and then Bastion host. There are a lot of things that you can do with Azure Cloud, and I'm going to be there with you throughout this course on the Azure side. And apart from this, so why you need to take a data engineering course? And because the reason is we have to understand the cloud infrastructure first, and after that you have to get into this extraction of data from various sources is something which is the primary core of a data engineer. And you'll also work on transformation using SQL. So SQL is a very priority for any data engineer to have the skill. And we make sure that you are a qualified SQL engineer as well before you take the exact Databricks course. And you'll also load data into relation database and data lakes, not just about database data lakes. You'll also be working on some files as well. So, but again, many of the time, we'll be talking about data modeling techniques as well, while we are actually talking about databases. So that's the reason of specifying here, we're talking about databases. And we'll also see the differences of databases and data lakes, what exactly are the differences. and why those are needed in the course. Yeah, this is very important for you. And there are also some new concepts of Lakehouse concept, which will also be adding you there. And you'll be having a very good information about Lakehouse architectures. And again, we'll also give details of how to run your data workloads on Azure Cloud. This is very important because we took Azure as the core platform for all the data analytics solutions, and we're going to closely working with that. We learn Python language and Spark to run data pipelines in distributed compute. So this is a major area. And so you'll be learning end-to-end Python again, and you'll also run Apache Spark, so which you call it as PySpark because you're learning Spark using the Python API for Spark. And we'll also be working on creating the notebooks and run Spark pipelines in Databricks. We'll also be creating data pipelines and other ETL use cases using Azure Data Factory, one of the hot ETL tools in the market as well. So this course covers you the cloud. So let me go for the tech stack so that it is better represented than what I'm telling in my lines. So if you see the tech stack, so this is a tech stack which you can see here. You have something called Azure Cloud, which is the basic infrastructure services will be provided from Azure. And we'll be talking about SQL. So we'll be going with Azure SQL again there. And we'll be working on Python, and we'll also work on Apache Spark on Databricks. And then we'll also work on Azure Data Factory. So when you work on these areas, right, I'm pretty sure you get the cloud concepts, you get the SQL concepts, you get the programming concepts, and you have a API, a distributed API, and you also work on ETL tool, one of the leading ETL tool in the market. Now, this makes you a perfect person if you wanted to get an upskill, or if you wanted to enter as a data engineer. I think these skill sets are very much enough to start your career journey with a very good organization. So to go into details of each of them in a demo may not be that convenient, but what we'll make sure is if anybody has any questions on what areas we have to cover, I wanted to make sure that we give some details on that part. So if you see here, you can go to the website. We have made sure that what are the details we are teaching. We have made sure that we offered here all the details of what we are covering, what time we are covering, SQL, Python programming, and what are the basics and what are the Spark things. So what are the architectures? So all the course details with with the number of hours you're going to work with us, the practical sessions are all going to be available here. At the same time, so while we're doing this, we also have integrated LMS system as well. So in fact, I also wanted you to get the details of how it looks like. So we have tied up with a company called Class Plus. So this is a company which helps us to integrate the LMS system. So I'm going to access it so that you can also see what we are doing. So as a part of the organization, you're also going to be entitled into one of the batches, training batches. If you see, we already have some training batches which are already there. So this has started 3 batches before. This is an actually impressive one. So you'll also have the course content and all here. So we'll also have all the video recordings as part of it. We have an integrated LMS system. As part of it, you generally have it. And we'll also upload the study materials, whatever is needed as part of it. And any specific information which we create as part of the patient steps, so which will always be available as part of the study materials. Okay. And at the same time, we'll also give you some Google Drive links if the size is a little higher. So, but again, we have an integrated LMS system, so where you can bit organized. So we also take some assignments as well. So while we are talking about all this course content, you'll be also doing, so if you see the status is completed for many of them. So we'll be doing a lot of practical sessions, especially on the Azure side and then the Databricks side. And again, you'll also be working on some 2 real-time projects as well as part of what we're doing. And these are all integrated as part of this assignment process. And we also have some Databricks repositories, which we are also have. It's one of the top-notch content that we have in the market. So which can help you to do practice Python and Spark with real-time use cases using Databricks notebooks. So in the demo that we are planning, so you are going to work on those. You'll also have a small, a basic view today, this time, on, what are the kind of use cases which you'll be working. So anybody has any questions on the technology stack, let me know. I can give some inputs if you have. Awesome. I'll do this. I'll take the questions for later, but let me go on details of what is the role. So the role of the technology stack is already viewed by you. So now I wanted to talk about now who a data engineer role is. So the role of a data engineer is to design, build, and maintain data lake and data warehouse. And you can combine together, call it a lake house. So this is what a role of a data engineer is. And every organization has to embrace data, and they definitely have a data engineer as part of their core technical team. Because based on the data, people can actually forecast their sales, or people can actually understand how their business is working. And you talk about sales, you talk about leads collection, you talk about revenue understanding, so, and you talk about inventory management. There are different areas where data is very important, and you are the person who is going to understand the use data first, and then you are going to design and maintain the data warehouse, data model. You will model your data lakes, will have some data modeling techniques, and then you'll implement the solution. So it's going to be very good, very interesting things that you're going to learn as part of a data engineer. And you'll be performing the basic task like data ingestion, which is nothing but extraction. So the data can be anywhere across the globe, across different databases or files. You're going to extract the data, and then you're going to process the data. When you say process, you're going to transform the data. For example, you're talking about the state of Karnataka. So you think of you have a table structure where you have something called Karnataka. Has to be the shortcut of Karnataka. In many places you can see like KA will be the shortcut, but say you have KRN, so which is not the standard form. Now you have to transform it to make sure that the data has KA is a symbol that's going to be used as part of standardization for the state of Karnataka in some of the records. So those kind of business processing logic or business rules will be applied in the transformations. And then after that, once you are done the changes, I'm talking about a very basic transformation, but you'll do more complex. You can do a lot of joins and get the required details only. And you'll also transform your data based on certain extra additional parameters. Based on business conditions can be created based on use cases. We'll be actually talking about it in the coming use case where Venkatesa will be leading on that. And then you'll also go with the storing of the data. The data will be stored in the cloud, and we'll be talking about extensively on the storing as part of data engineering. So as a data engineer, you'll be the main person to get the data right. Okay. So you have data from different sources. Data is not in the clean form, and you're going to work on that data sets, clear them, transform them, and then cleanse it, and then store it, in the proper formats. And once you have it in the former format, management knows what are the decisions that you have to do. So how management knows again is going to be by using some dashboarding and all. We'll also work on those presentation layers as part of the new course. There's a new introduction of Power BI, so which we are also planning to add it to make sure that you also understand from the BA perspective. So you'll go into, so since you are doing that loading step, once you have done the loading, you're going to provide data access to reporting and machine learning and users. So we'll also work on Azure, AWS, and GCP. And in this course, we are going to work on extension on Azure. So as a data engineer, will be part of either three clouds. And we'll make sure that you understand one cloud very well so that it will be easy for you to work on the other two clouds. And you'll be collaborating with a business analyst and machine learning stakeholders to design data architecture. This is the primary area of a data engineer. And the role of data engineer is increasingly important due to rapid growth of data. So a very simple example is the way the social media is actually increasing. So you see a lot of content created on YouTube, Facebook, right? Insta Reels, right? Areas where data is generating it, it's a hyper growth. So all the data, if you see 80% of the data is only generated in the last 2 to 3 years. So which means it's very important that data engineers are needed in the market, and it is the skill that very few have. And I just wanted to give a very a design of what are the roles we have in general. And since we actually offer different courses, so the best course which we generally offer is the data engineer, and we can see the growth is at 50% year on year. So which is very rare in the market in this time. It's better than the data science as well. And wanted to also give it details of the median salary of a data engineer. If you see, the salaries are, you can see an average salaries are generally higher than when you compare the other roles. So even at 0 to 3 years, we are seeing people getting a salary from 5 to 9 lakhs as well. Of course, there is also a basic pay of 3 lakhs for a fresher, but still we have seen as a data engineer go, the success is very good. and because of the skills that you are earning, and the value that you are providing to the organizations, so your hikes and perks are very higher. And believe me, the average salaries which we have seen for data engineer is the highest across all the courses that we are offering as part of Academy of Data. And we are partnering with 3 organizations as part of placements as well. So especially for the freshers, so we had confirmed slots for placements from these 3 companies: Test Perform, Zclap, and Alfred Analytics. So these are 3 companies which we already have a type. So Test Perform already have some four freshers from the previous batch who has taken, and there are going to be 2 more additions which are going to be added to the company. They have a requirement of ramping the team to 20. So which means they already have 5 people. I mean, so which means there are a lot of openings for this organization. And I'm only talking about some organization in the startup mode, or which is a mid-sized companies. Zclap is a mid-sized company again. It's based out of US again. And Alfred Analytics and Test Perform are from Hyderabad organizations. So who are building data and data science teams, and we are helping them. So these companies are there again, and the open market is always there. So when you see about their companies, Zclap is also based out of Bangalore anyway, and there are also tons of companies who are actually taking data engineers from the institute as well. So I'll be closely working with you on your placements as well. And all the bigger companies and people, I mean, if you see about the total, this is the 5th batch, as we said. So in all the 4 batches that we had a placement record of 100%. And most of the time, it was easy to get a placement for the people with upskill, people who comes with an ETL database background, or people who don't know anything about data and who comes. And we have seen them, people who work hard, who work on all the assignments, who work on real-time projects. We have seen 100% success rate. Okay. So this is all about it, and I'll leave it to Venkat sir to run the demo use case. Venkat, over to you.
Hey, hello, hi.
Hi,
Yeah, are you able to hear me?
if you can actually increase your voice, it would be great. Even now, you're audible anyway.
Yeah, okay. So as part of this demo, we'll try to see an implementation of a use case. So I will try to demo how it looks like when you undergo this course, right? What kind of activities you can perform, right? So here we took a company called bike sharing. So what they do is they place the bikes across different locations inside the city. They will accept the customers through the app, bike sharing app, where the customer can log in and try to unlock the bike and go wherever he wants to go throughout the city. The problem statement we are solving here is the bike has plugged in with some sensors, which will try to understand the weather conditions in the city. So it tried to capture some climatical conditions, and it recommends to the customers saying whether this is the ideal day to go outside, right? Suppose if it is a scorching heat, we don't want to go in a bike outside. If it is about to rain, we don't want to go in a bike outside. So such kind of insights it's provide to its app users. Based upon the insights, the app users can try to take a decision whether they want to ride a bike today or not. So this use case is all about that. We'll try to help the company how to understand the climatic conditions in the city. Okay. Can you go on to the next one? Kumar, go to the next slide. Hello. Yeah. So the important important attributes the company is interested is all the sensor is capturing this information. One is it is capturing whether current season is winter or spring or summer or fall. So if you look at India, you can see summer season starts between January and March, June. March, April, May, and June. Those are summer seasons. Based upon the month, it is trying to understand whether it is a what kind of season that particular day is, right? And it also presenting you some results on the month information also, whether the bike was taken out earlier on January or February, March or something. And it also capturing the temperature on a given day. So this is like information is emitting. So the customers are using the bikes from last 1 year onwards. It is trying to get the temperature on each and every day on each and every location and trying to send that information to the company so that company can understand this information and try to recommend for the future customers whether it is an ideal day to take a bike in this particular area, in this particular city. So the three critical climatic conditions it is capturing is temperature, the other one is humidity, how much humidity is there in the environment, and what is the wind speed. So if you have wind speed also, it's if the wind is against the cycling direction, so it's very hard to do a bike ride. So these are the three climatic fields, the sensors which are plugged inside the bike is trying to capture. And the season is month is, that is a date information. They are also sending these temperatures are captured on which particular day or which particular month or which particular season. So that in future, if you want to do any decisions, right, you can act accordingly. Okay. These are the critical fields we are capturing in our data. Can you go to the next slide? So the customers, right, whoever wants to use the bike, they want to understand three things. What are the biking conditions across a season for a given city? So if you take a city like Hyderabad or Bangalore, whether it is whether it's a summer season is ideal to take out a bike, or winter season is ideal to take out a bike, or fall season is ideal to take out a bike. To understand this, we just need to find out what are the conditions, like it's raining or wind is more across all the seasons. So we have to see the climatic conditions across all the years, I mean all the months in a year, and try to understand which month is better to take a ride. So then we also interested in calculating the biking conditions. So what are the average climatic conditions in a city like Bangalore, in a city like Hyderabad? So to understand that, the second insight we'll try to provide it to the customer is the biking conditions, average biking conditions across all the seasons for a given city. And the extreme biking conditions, like these are like kind of very huge temperature, very huge wind speed, right? Very huge humidity. These are the conditions where you cannot take a ideal bike ride. It is better to go with other modes of transport. So we look at all these three insights. One is we look at holistically what are the conditions throughout the year. The other thing is we'll look at in terms of average. If you average it out, what are the climatic conditions? And then we will look at the extreme conditions where you cannot take a ride. So these are the three informations we provide to the customer. The customer will decide on that particular day whether he has to take a bike ride or he has to take other modes of transport. So how we can do it, we can see it in the next slide. So we have to build an IT system in order to do this, right? So we have a sensors plugged into the bikes. Those are emitting the data. We are capturing the data and we are storing it into the system. So the company is doing it for the last, assume like it's doing it for the last 3 years. Today, I am a customer. I want to decide whether today is an ideal day to take a bike out or not. So I will look at last year on this particular day, how is the condition? So day before last year on this particular day, how is the condition? So based upon that, I will take a decision. So in order to understand that, I need to look at the data which was present last year and before last year. So in order to look at the data, I need to store it. So we talk about here a system, how you can store the data and how you can analyze the data to take a business outcomes. So in this example, we are trying to analyze whether I need to ride a bike today or not. So how this data can help to make that decision. So that's what we can see in this demo. So basically, here we are trying to solve three problems. We are trying to get insights into three information. First information is I am trying to find out climatic conditions across all the seasons throughout the year. So if you look at here, there are three lines you can see, right? So there is a table 2, table 3, table 4, right? And what happens, right? There is a transformation going on each table. Transformation is nothing but kind of a question you're going to ask. What is the biking condition? What are the climatic condition last year, right? Across the seasons. That is the first question you're going to ask. That's why there is one pipeline created for that. So you see that table 1, and there is a transformation running, and you're trying to create table 2, and it is passing to analytics. So analytics will help you how to visualize how the condition was there, how the conditions are there for that particular month. Okay. Similarly, the second question which you're gonna understand in this demo is what are the average biking conditions. So you have to read the data, try to apply average calculations across all the climatic conditions and visualize it so that you can understand what are the biking conditions on an average. The third question which you are solving is what are the extreme conditions. So you try to take out the data, apply extreme conditions rules, and try to get the insights out of it. So these are the three problems which you are trying to understand. So let's go and see in a demo how we can achieve this. Okay, I'm started sharing my screen here. Okay, I need to have the presenter access to share the screen.
I'll give the presenter to you, Vinay.
Yeah. So if you look at here, here we gonna use some technology called Databricks. This technology will be part of this training. So I'm gonna give you a quick look how this works. I mean, you don't need to understand anything right now in the first day of class, but I will try to help you how we can get insights from your data and make decisions, right? Whatever we want to do. So the first thing is, if you look at this one, this is a Databricks Spark environment. In a layman terms, what I'm trying to do here is I am trying to read the information which was presented to me like earlier, which was captured by the biking company. So I'm trying to read that information here, right? My job is to try to address the three problems, which try to get the answers for the three problems. The first problem which I want to get an answer is, what was the maximum temperature, maximum humidity, and maximum wind speed across all the seasons? Like in a given year, when was the temperature maximum? When was the temperature? When was the humidity maximum? When is the wind speed maximum? Because I don't want to take out bike in any of these conditions, because when you have a more temperature, so you sweat a lot, there is a chance like you get dehydrated if you take bike out, right? You do cycling. Like that's why I want to avoid when it is maximum temperature. Maximum humidity will produce a lot of sweat. So that day also I will try to avoid take out the bike. Maximum wind speed, maybe if you are cycling against wind speed, so you have to put a lot of effort in order to do the cycling. Maybe in that day also I will try to avoid it. So what happens, we loaded the data, we read the data in this step, right? And you can see these are the information the sensor is collected. So the sensor collected what is the day and what is the temperature on that particular day, right? And what is the humidity on that particular day? What is the wind speed on that particular day, right? and whether that is a day related to holiday. There are a lot of users on bike sharing app on that particular day, if there is a lot of demand for that application on the day. So such kind of information the app captured, and it loaded into an IT system. Now our job is to understand the data and to find out the maximum temperature. So if you look at here, I'm taking out bike sharing information. I'm trying to calculate the maximum temperature, maximum humidity, maximum wind speed. So if I try to run this information, I will try to visualize it. Let me try to visualize it. So what are the steps? How to do these steps? We'll try to see it in the training. But here my job in this demo is to try to understand. So there is some visualizations created here. If you look at this visualization and try to understand it, this 1, 2, 3, and 4, these are x-axis, and the y-axis is talking about temperature, wind, and humidity. So here season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4 talks about summer, winter, fall, rainy seasons, right? And if you look at the temperature, here this orange bar talks about temperature, green bar talks about wind speed, and the other bar talks about humidity. So now if somebody asks you what was the extreme temperature, which season has the extreme temperature, by looking at the visualizations, you can clearly see it's like this bar graph goes upper, right? This has an extreme temperature. Maybe season 3 is talking about summer season. So in summer season, you see the temperatures are high. You don't want to take out the bike when the temperatures are high. So when you look at the green wind speed, so wind speed you see in the season 1 more, right? And humidity also you see in the season 4 more. So 1, 3, 4 are having a little bit high temperature, little bit humidity, little bit wind speed. So it's better to take out a bike in the other seasons or like the other days. By quickly looking at this visualization, you'll get an idea on what kind of insights the data that has been captured by the sensors in the bike provides. And as a data engineer, you have to provide such kind of insights to the company so that company will take a decision. So how in this case, the app user of bike sharing app takes a decision whether to go out or not. Similarly, while working on a company's data, the company will take a decision on that particular, based upon the particular insight. So here I'm providing insights related to temperature, wind, and humidity. So I don't want to go on what you call third season because temperature is high. I don't want to go on first season because humidity is high. It's better to go on second season. So that kind of decisions I'm taking here by looking at the data. If you look at the next one, the next is an average conditions. So you saw maximum conditions, right, across the seasons. Now we are trying to see the average conditions. This time, season has 3 or 4 months. So we are talking here the combination of 3 months. When I say summer season, it's talk about March, April, May, June. So it's a 4 months. Here we are looking at the season level information. But the customer wants to look at the month level. That means he wants to understand the conditions at more deeper layer. Like season, we talk at high level. 4 months combinedly, we are talking. Here we are going to talk month level. Month has, like year has 12 months. So each and every month, how the temperature looks like. Here you can see that I choose different visualization here. Line graph. The orange holds for temperature, blue holds for humidity, and green holds for wind speed. Now here I will get more clarity in terms of months, right? On the 7th month, I see extreme temperature. This is under July month, right? And if you look at the humidity also, I can see extreme humidity in the month of 9. So 7th and 9th month, I can avoid it, like because of extreme. Wind speed is averaging out. The peak wind speed, you can see it in the month of 4. So 7 and what do you call 4 and 9, I can avoid. 4, 7, 9. Remaining other months, I can use it for the bike riding if you want to use it. And one more thing, this is our average conditions. These are not an extreme conditions. These are average conditions on a month. So that means in a month, 30 days, you calculate the temperature for each day and you try to take an average of all the 30 days. So this will give you more granular insights at a month level. Okay. So here we are trying to calculate the same thing. Here we are trying to calculate an average, but the next step we are trying to calculate the maximum. What was the maximum temperature, maximum wind speed, maximum humidity on each month, right? So this again, I'm trying to get different kinds of visualization. I was running here. So this is a visualization talks about 1 to 12 months, right? And this talks about the maximum temperature present in the first month. If you look at the blue line, it talks about the maximum humidity present in the first month. Orange line talks about maximum temperature present in the first month. Green line talks about maximum wind speed present in the first month. This gives you more granular information. What was the maximum temperatures for each month? If you look at here in the 7th month, humidity and temperature goes up almost same. So both are at peaks, and wind speed is less. But this is the month you can avoid. I mean, the user, if he look at this data, he doesn't want to take out the bike in the month of 7th because the humidity and temperatures are extremes on that particular month, right? So such kind of insights, you can take it out. As part of data engineering, you also need to provide such kind of insights to your business based upon the data your business owns, right? And the business will take the actions. So data engineering role is very critical to take any business actions. It provides what was lacking in the business and try to improve their business going forward. So it's a very important role, and there is a lot of demand for this role in the industry. So this is a quick tour on the demo. So you can, if you have any questions, you can ask us.
Thank you, Venkat.
Hi, team.
Hi there. Yes. Yes, please.
Myself, Lakshmikant. I just wanted to ask one doubt here. How it would be helpful for a non-background of coding? Suppose if I'm a non-background of coding, and whether I can able to learn from basic to advanced level or what?
Sure. I just wanted to give some details of what we are offering as well. See, as part of this is a certification course, so which covers from the basics to the advanced topic. And when it comes to programming here, we go with Python. Python is easy to learn for any novice. And again, it also helps you to implement quicker, faster any APIs that we are building. We're using Apache Spark. So there's a reason we have chosen Apache Spark and with Python. And I have seen, so this is the 5th batch which we have. We have seen people from non-native backgrounds who are able to do really well by taking up this course, especially on the Python. So we have built materials in such a way that you'll be working on at the basic. Okay, so when I talk about very basics, you'll be talking about the data types, the variables. We talk about the looping, the conditional statements. We understand functions. We understand some basics of object-oriented programming, and then we go to the advanced topics. So we do this. The main reason is we want to make sure that everybody who enrolls to this course are at a level, they can achieve a level very quickly. So within just like 20 to 30 days, you'll be able to understand how to write your own program, Python program, and also implement modularity in your programming. And that's all what is needed. And again, one more thing is, it's not that you'll become a Python programmer completely as part of this role. It's more about data modeling and data engineering concept. The implementation is using Python programming. So more concepts are important, and of course, programming is also important to implement them. So you don't need to be a very hardcore programmer. You can actually learn the program at an intermediate level, and you can do the daily tasks of a data engineer. And it's easy. It's easy. So we have good materials for that.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. So anybody has any questions, they can ask now. All right, so we'll do this. So we'll be sending you a demo session, a feedback form here. Please feel free to provide your details here so we can review your feedback, and we'll also help. It also helps us to improve anyway, but it also helps us to know to connect with you. Since you have taken the demo, you have seen the use case. So we have gone with a simple use case. We did not go for more complexity at this level, but the moment you have taken up the course, I'm pretty sure you'll be in a level where you can do a better demo on your own projects, because as part of the course we have 2 real-time projects which will be implemented. So as part of this course, you'll also get you'll also work on a Git repository, your own Git repository with your own Git project, and that is something which will be updating in your resume. And you'll also be coming up with 2 certification exams. So we have total around 18 certifications so far completed as part of the course in the last 2 batches, thanks to the discounts offered by Databricks and Azure, Microsoft. So we're able to have 18 certifications, and people who are having a certifications, so they can actually get a job very quick. It only takes some 10 to 15 days. When you are a qualified data engineer, accreditation happens from Databricks or Microsoft. So we'll help you on those procedures on what to be done. And believe me, if you do the certifications, you work on the concepts well, I'm sure sky is the limit for your growth. Okay. So this is all from us. My request is please fill the feedback form. We can wait for some more time. So please, so we'll stop the recording so far.